That's me infiltrating Scientology's Church of Spiritual Technology, fortified with spiked fences, infrared cameras, and rumored to be a labor camp holding the leader of Scientology's wife as a prisoner. And I'll also be infiltrating their HQ in Los Angeles.
Oh, why are you flashbanging me? Hold on. Don't shoot me, please.
Clearwater, Florida.
Get out of the building, you're trespassing. You're gonna regret this. That's a promise. You've allowed yourself to become a mindless robot.
And New York City.
Them what Xenu is? What is that?
Thing on, like, we believe in aliens and stuff like that.
Is that true?
Why risk the lawsuits, potential jail time, and lifetime harassment from this cult, notorious for ruining the life of anyone who speaks out against it for a YouTube video?
Scientology made them sell the properties just so that our grandkids couldn't see them anymore. And that is why I call Scientology a family-destroying human trafficking cult.
People who were in Scientology should be able to get justice for actual crimes that were committed against them.
Well, because I believe with your help, videos like this can help destroy this human trafficking cult. But how did a cult invented by a mentally ill science fiction author brainwash millions of people into believing an alien overlord named Xenu, brought billions of frozen aliens to Earth in jets, dumped them into volcanoes, and blew them up with hydrogen bombs, leading to all of humanity's problems? And how did a religion so stupid become one of the most feared and powerful cults in America, compromising some of Hollywood's most famous actors?
So what do you say? We need to clean this place up? Huh? Yeah! Okay. Because we're counting on you.
To LRH. They own that building. They own most of the buildings around here. In fact, Tom Cruise is supposed to have a penthouse up there. Yep. So, yep, they can suck it.
And in great irony, my journey into Scientology began as a result of their own beautiful building in the heart of New York City's Times Square. As I was exposing scammers, I came in to do a free personality test and realized Scientology might be the biggest scam of them all.
It's crazy out there. It's a zoo out there, man. Right here?
Yeah, I thought that's what we were like. So pretty much the way it works.
Sure.
The test starts, the questions start right here. Multiple choice questions, right? 200 questions, right?
Heard.
You see that?
Damn, that's a lot.
They're all very simple.
Thanks, man.
You got it.
This free personality test is the bait they use to get vulnerable people in the door, to diagnose their life's problems, and then sell them a solution.
See, right here, this is 8 minutes long.
All right.
And this is about the guy who developed the subject, named Ron Hubbard.
Okay.
And he is the founder of the subject.
Am I gonna scoot back a little bit?
While my personality test was being scored, I was then exposed to my first Scientology propaganda film, and my journey into their brainwashing funnel had begun.
Communicating what we are trying to do in Scientology to somebody who has no inkling, and one of the most difficult things in the world is to tell somebody who thinks he's a body that he is himself. But they tell one another that man is an animal, and that when he dies, he is gone. Of course, that's just about as insulting as you can possibly get.
To understand Scientology, we have to first understand its founder, L. Ron Hubbard, a prolific sci-fi writer who made his living with his imagination, writing over 1,000 books in his life, and eventually immersed himself into the occult, psychology, and hypnosis, ultimately concluding that the only way to become rich was to make his own religion. So he began luring the naive, hopeless, and spiritually confused into a multi-level marketing scheme where he promised them spiritual enlightenment behind a paywall that never ended.
Life is improved on a gradient. It's improved a little, and then it's improved a little more, and it's improved a little more, and a little more.
He told stories of how 75 million years ago, an evil tyrant collected beings on other planets to be stored in volcanoes on Earth.
Boxed them up in boxes, threw them into space planes.
As this film depicts, the spirits' bodies were destroyed by hydrogen bombs, and today their troubled spirits are attached to human bodies by the thousands. Called body thetans, they cause endless problems. Only Scientology knows how to shake them loose.
You talk to them, and when you find out who they are and what they're doing, and what's making them stick around you, then they blow. And so you pay a lot of money. I mean, you have lots of body thetans. This process takes lots of time.
And then I met a subscriber working as a Scientology recruiter.
I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I've seen your videos.
Okay. Right on. This guy's done a lot.
He does.
Yeah.
He's done a lot. You almost seem like a match.
Huh?
You almost seem like you guys are matched.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So this is a religion?
Yes. What this is it's based on science, but a lot of it's categorized as a religion because, frankly, we deal with the spirit, and I mean, where else are you gonna put spirit in a lot of categories? It's basically Scientology is tools for use for handling the problems of life. You know, like if you look at Buddhism, like you look at, you know, reincarnation, all that stuff. A lot of that research that's what a lot of this is.
I wondered, what would happen if I too became a Scientologist? How much could I learn from the inside?
Yeah, what was your first name again?
Josh.
Josh.
Nice to meet you. Maybe
Easy to remember. Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
And my personality test results were ready.
So I didn't score within any of the acceptable ideal ranges?
It didn't come that way, no. But take a look at it this way.
Yeah.
This is just a start.
I'll give you another example of someone you probably know. Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
He's a Scientologist.
He's a Florida guy too,
Yeah, a lot of it is taken from L. Ron Hubbard's, you know, administration tech.
But I'm more of a believer in, like, not the supernatural, but like there's something bigger than us here, but I don't know if it's like a god-like figure. I'm wondering what it is, you know?
Like there's other people outside of this.
Oh, I definitely believe in aliens, if that's what you're asking, yeah.
Yeah, not from the religious standpoint, but I for sure believe that.
Yeah.
There is what we call a grade chart, which actually you progress level by level, and you get more and more awareness of yourself, a technique to actually handle the aspect of, you know, people hold on to emotions and hold on to things.
Yeah.
For themselves,
like trauma.
Okay. And so you can actually get rid of those experience, like not the memory, but the pain or the thing that's emotional connected with it, so that way it doesn't actually affect you. L. Ron Hubbard, he found that, you know, kind of like when you get rid of like the painful experiences, that people feel better. So as they kind of clear those areas of like, okay, I committed this sin or I committed whatever, it's just done. And that's all the auditor, what do we call it? That's all we do is we actually unchain you, in a sort of speak, from being connected with that withholds. You're not withholding.
Okay, and you guys are religious, so tax-free?
That's right.
Okay, that's fire.
Yeah.
No, this is such an interesting world.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, you've been very generous with your time and just explain.
You know why? You know why? Because I saw your video about what you do in other churches. And I was like, oh man, I better be like really nice with you. And this is one of L. Ron Hubbard's book, which you can have.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So I texted my mom. I was like, "Do you know about this?" She said, "Ask them what Xenu is." What is that?
I can tell you what that is.
What is it?
South Park did a hatchet job for us on Scientology. They're the authoritative thing on, like, we believe in aliens and stuff like that.
Is that true? Is it like extraterrestrial? Like, I'm pretty open-minded to...
Not necessarily, not really. I mean, mostly it's just, you know, scientific.
Well, these guys hadn't even gotten to the OT level required to learn about the galactic overlord Xenu. It made me wonder, how much did a low-ranking Scientologist like these guys you see in recruitment centers in major cities all over actually even know about their own cult? So I headed to Los Angeles. If I was gonna learn about what it meant to be a Scientologist, I had to visit the Sea Org, where the elite, full-time Scientologists live in a Scientology compound and offer their labor 24/7 to Scientology in exchange for getting closer to the highest levels of spiritual advancement. But to prevent being recognized, I disguised myself to infiltrate their recruitment center.
Short film?
Yeah, about one of the most Dianetics.
I got a couple minutes.
Yeah, come on.
Won't take too long.
You're wearing makeup?
I have some physical disabilities I have to cover.
Oh, okay. Make sure you do the 5-minute introduction.
Hi there. How are you? Just been looking at the stars.
You what?
Just been looking at the stars.
Oh, yeah. Okay, actually, let me show you this.
Yeah. What is it?
I want you to take this.
What is it?
So that's actually one of the films online.
Dianetics?
Uh-huh. Well, it's nice to meet you. I think you should watch it there. That's best.
You're not going to show me the film?
Oh, hey guys.
Thank you, miss. She told me she'd show me the film.
Oh, you want to see it?
Yeah.
All right, come on, let's go. Oh, I see it. Oh, I got you.
What are you talking about?
Oh, never mind.
What does this mean? What about all are welcome? Bye-bye. What did they tell you? What did they say? They say it's religion?
They were targeting the Hispanics who could not speak English. predated upon the Hispanics. We saw Shannon in the flesh.
Xenu! My disguise had failed me. This was most likely due to the work of Streets LA, who has committed himself to destroying Scientology after a Scientologist mocked the death of his murdered son.
You should have been a better father. Oh. You really should have.
Yes, my son died. See, this is my son died because I'm a bad father.
We met up at the infamous Big Blue Building, where members of Scientology's Sea Org live full-time, to see what life is like for the most committed members of this cult.
You can't even see inside. Why are they so secretive?
I'm gonna guess that has something to do with guys like you.
Possibly.
Would you guys care to have a friendly conversation? We're just trying to learn more about the church, but no worries if not. Why are you running? Do you guys know about Xenu? Excuse me, sir. Can we discuss Xenu? Could I ask you a question, miss? About your church, your religion? I seek to learn, nothing more, nothing less. I'm stuck. Good evening. Oh, why are you flashbanging me? Hold on. Don't shoot me, please. Hold on. Just let me look at the church. Let me look at the church. Question for you. Is this the Church of Scientology? Sir. Can we talk to you for a little bit? Can we talk to you about Xenu? Can we discuss Xenu? Do you work for the church?
I can't talk.
Do you know about Xenu?
I can't talk.
Sir, his behavior resembles that of a North Korean. Gentlemen, do you guys know about Xenu? We need to discuss Xenu. We need to discuss the predatory practices of the church.
While none of the Scientologists here would talk to me, William was eager to explain the situation.
Can you tell me about the auditing process?
Essentially, they have a machine that's like essentially a lie detector. And so they ask you personal questions, ask you about your life, ask you about your feelings. They gather all that information. It's recorded visually and with audio, and it's kept in its archive, but they ask you lots of personal questions. Things like, what do you think about your mother? What do you think about your brother?
Okay.
And you're forced to admit these things because you are hooked up to the lie detector test. If you try to leave, they will use that against you. They say, well, you know what? You said these things about your mother. It'd be a shame if they found out about that. What about the crimes you committed at some point? They will use that information against you. So the people that work in here... Shannon is a member of the Sea Org. She works 110 hours a week. She gets paid $47 per week. Actually, she gets paid $0. She gets $47 a week allowance. It's not considered work. It's considered religious volunteering. And so therefore, they get around labor laws. And they get an allowance, but they have to buy their own toiletries and stuff. So they don't get any money. So they're working 14, 15 hours a day, 7 days a week. They don't have cell phones. They don't have computers. They don't have access to the outside world. A lot of the people that you see right here come from other countries on religious visas. They take their visas away. And now you're forced to work. But if you want to leave, you don't have your visa in hand. You don't have any ID. What are you to do? You're stuck. So to me, that sounds a lot like human trafficking.
Is this the main point of residence for all of these Scientologists in LA?
Yes, and it's also sort of like their main church too.
How are you? Question for you, sir, while you're here. Do you know about Scientology?
Not much.
Do you want me to teach you about it?
No, I don't want to.
Oh, your neighbor?
I live in there, yeah.
Do you know what they do?
I have no interest in knowing.
Have you seen anything unusual?
Not really.
Are they nice people?
To me, they have been.
Have a good night.
I'm not a Scientologist, no.
I see, okay. You haven't been threatened to kill if you say otherwise?
No.
All right, cool. For sure.
I don't let anybody kill myself.
That's what I'm talking about.
Police, they called the police on you before, though. Police have come over there before, right?
I kicked the police out.
Yeah, I remember that situation.
Why are they calling the police on you?
I have no idea. They made a false alarm. I don't know.
Okay.
But after that, once I kicked them out, they never showed up. I was okay for the first time. Second time, I told them, you better find out who called you, otherwise don't show up on my place, otherwise it will be consequences. So after that, nothing happened like that.
Where his house is, they own the whole block, and he lives on the block right there. He had conversations with us. And because of that, he was rewarded with having the cops called on him.
Why does the police play ball with them and their antics?
Listen, they give a lot of money to the police foundations. They love bomb them. Quite honestly, I want to separate that relationship. And I feel that over the course of the last year, we really have separated that relationship. I don't think they come to their rescue the way that they had in the past. Let's see if they're coming for us. We're used to them showing up. No, yeah.
That wouldn't have been surprising if they stopped here, came out, show of force, get out of here.
They've called, they may be here for us, believe it or not. They call out their sirens. No, we've had the cops called 50, 60, 70 times. Last week we were here to claim that we were committing burglary at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, just walking down the street.
What are they saying?
Just came up on Citizens app that someone has a kitchen knife 400 feet away, but I don't know if that's right.
So we're the ones with the kitchen knife?
I don't know.
Allegedly, maybe.
Allegedly, maybe.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's what they're...
Okay, report of man threatening person with kitchen knife. What? Are we the ones with the kitchen knife?
Most likely.
Can you tell us who you are and your experience getting stalked by the Church of Scientology?
It's allegedly stalked. I went to drop William off at his house, and there was a car behind me that I noticed was sitting outside of his house for a minute.
Okay.
And then they waited a minute, and then I saw, finally they realized I wasn't gonna move. They pulled around me, and I noticed that there was a Scientology sticker on the back of their car. I have the photo. Also, if you want to see it.
That's pretty bold. Another cop car. That's five. That's 5 times in a row. I got no knife. I'm innocent. Sorry.
If they were trying to not be obvious, they wouldn't put a sticker on the back of their car.
Sure.
But I think they just wanted to show like, oh, we know where you live. And like...
And do they know where you live?
Of course. Well, they were outside his... It was after I dropped him off, but of course they know where I live.
I don't like that.
They've stalked their family across the country.
What?
Yeah.
All because of TikTok antics.
Yeah, allegedly across the country.
Oh, they're going to do a full background check on you. They're going to get your picture. They're going to run you through facial recognition. They're going to do a full background check. They're going to scour the internet. They're going to get every bit of information they can. And they're going to send it to your neighbors saying this is a terrible person. They're going to make up lies about you and stuff like that.
And you mentioned your son. Obviously, it's not a comfortable thing to talk about, but they lied about your son who's no longer alive.
Correct.
So there's no level they will not stoop to attack you, I assume, right?
There is no level that they will stoop to.
They've allegedly slashed my tires like 10 times.
What?
It just so happens that a whole ton of the times that I come out here, I come back to my car, magically the tires are flattened.
Oh, this is their dining area right here. So they come out here to have lunch, dinner. No?
This is for public view to make it seem like it. See these people that live up here? Just look at that. So they're not here for...
So this is pure like North Korea-like propaganda exhibition.
It's important you said that because I think that if you want to create some sort of correlation with another system, I think North Korea is really close. That's here to do surveillance. Well, you want to see some more?
Look at those signs right there. Right there. Right there. Feeling stressed, feeling anxious, feeling uncertain. Everyone's feeling those things. 1, 2, 3.
Let's talk about that. So they're talking about feeling uncertain, feeling stressed. Those are those body.
Everyone.
There's those body thetans that they think came from the aliens that are infecting us. And the way to get rid of that is get rid of those thetans through auditing, through paying hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I want you to set it straight. Is this a religion or is this a business?
It's a business. It's a multi-level marketing scheme.
What is the objective? To make money or to help people?
Their main goal is to help Scientology survive at this point. I want to know
Also,
that.
look at this van. You think that's a Kaiser guy?
That's where they transport them back and forth from different facilities. They have the vans and they have the buses.
So tell me about the most famous rapist Scientologist.
Yeah, Danny Masterson. He was known rapist, convicted rapist. He's serving, I believe, is it 30 years or 40 years in jail right now as we speak.
And the Church of Scientology funded his legal team?
They funded the private investigative work and all the sort of black ops to smear the victims, but also target the detectives that were investigating the case.
Really, if you can prevent recruitment, continue to make them look a fool, as in just show what their beliefs actually are to the common public, this cult will die eventually.
Yeah, information is going to put this cult out of business. They should be scared.
Why should they be scared?
Because you're out here with a camera exposing them to the world. That's not something they want. Again, if you believe in your product, if you believe in your organization, you believe in your religion, you should want to try to get your message out to the world. Somebody's here with a camera that has millions of followers. You think they want to come out and get their story told. But instead, they retreat behind there. That says a lot.
In fact, they don't just dislike negative PR. They actively sue and defame any of their outspoken members who have left the church and exposed its inner workings, like Aaron Smith-Levin, Tory Magoo, and the niece of Scientology's leader, David Miscavige, Jenna Miscavige, whose aunt Shelley has mysteriously gone missing. Before I infiltrate Scientology's Church of Spiritual Technology, a fortified compound in Twin Peaks, California, rumored to hold Shelley Miscavige as a prisoner, let's hear from 3 former Sea Org members who signed a $1 billion year-long contract to work for Scientology. But real quick, have you ever gotten into a car accident that wasn't your fault or gotten hurt at work? Well, your injury could be worth millions, but insurance companies often lowball their clients. If you become Morgan & Morgan's clients, they'll fight to get you the compensation that you deserve. And as America's largest personal injury law firm, they're ready to take on insurance companies of every size. And Morgan & Morgan is so simple, you can submit a claim and communicate with your legal team all through your smartphone. Morgan & Morgan is the biggest for a reason. They've won a lot. They've achieved significant verdicts in the past couple of months for victims involved in life-altering car crashes, such as $12 million in Florida, 34 times the highest insurance offer, and $26 million in Philadelphia, 40 times the highest insurance offer. And you don't have to pay them anything unless you win your case. They've already won over $25 billion for their clients. So you can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan at www.forthepeople.com/Tyler Oliveira, link in description, or scan the QR code on screen. Thanks, Morgan & Morgan. Back to Scientology.
Aaron, at what age did you join Scientology?
So I never joined Scientology. I say I was born into it. I was 4 years old when my mom got involved in Scientology. I don't have many memories earlier than that, so.
I was a hippie in Haight-Ashbury in the 60s. I got in 1969. I was in Scientology for 30 years. So while I was in college, these 2 kids from high school brought me a Dianetics book. And I only read 3 chapters, and I quit college, and I hitchhiked in '69 from Chicago to LA.
My parents joined Scientology's most dedicated group just before I was 2 years old. That group was called the Sea Org. So initially we lived in an apartment with another couple. We had 1 bedroom and they had another bedroom, and then the kids would sort of stay in the living room on bunk beds. While our parents were working during the day, we would be at the nursery where they would teach us sort of the ABCs. Even before kindergarten age, we were learning those.
There's not much a kid that age can do in Scientology. Yeah. They didn't really want us being outside of the nursery.
But then we would have family time for like a couple hours in the evening, which was just where our parents would come to the apartment and we could spend time with them. But then that got canceled when I was about 4. And so from then on, I only saw them once a week.
What drew you to want to be one of these auditors?
They had this whole secret language that they use, which is part of every cult. They all looked and sounded so happy. They were very passionate about auditing. So I thought, this is perfect.
But it wasn't really a school. It was kind of like a child labor camp. So basically half the day we would do heavy manual labor, which was like digging trenches, hauling rocks, planting trees, digging rows for vegetable gardens. It wound up being like 30 hours a week that we were doing like labor. We would do schooling in the afternoon, but there were no grades. So it was a bunch of kids from 5 years old to 17 years old in the same room.
Whoa.
Yeah, so there was no teacher at the front of the room teaching you stuff. You had a self-led checklist, which you followed. None of the kids got a diploma. Like, we weren't being given a standard education. So when I was 12, then I was sent to Clearwater, Florida. My parents were still in California.
And then we were sent to Clearwater, Florida, where I live now, and started studying, training, and working full-time for Scientology. This Scientology organization here in Clearwater, Florida is the highest level and largest Sea organization base in the world.
Last month, for the first time in Clearwater's history, a city council candidate endorsed by Scientology won their election with a margin small enough that the Scientology vote itself was the determining factor in the outcome of the election. David Miscavige now has Clearwater's political establishment exactly where he's been trying to get you for decades, which is completely beholden to keeping Scientology happy in order to retain power.
When you come to Clearwater, do things get better or worse?
Better in that there's not as much manual labor, but worse in that I basically see my parents once from the time I'm 12 till I'm 16. And I'm not allowed to speak to them.
The Sea organization is Scientology's most dedicated core of workers.
They basically wear military uniforms, they sign 1 billion year contracts, or they basically dedicate lifetime after lifetime to the Sea Org.
They feed you what you get.
Yeah.
You work 24/7. You get paid $35 or $50 a week. It's like a whole controlled thing. You know, your life is over once you join the Sea Org. So I joined the Sea Org. I did the whole life thing, and then I run out of my medicine for epilepsy. And so I say, look, I've got to get a refill on my medicine. And they go, medicine? You have to go through the MLO. And I'm out on a ship out in LA Harbor. I go down and see this kid who's like 18 years old and totally not medically trained at all.
Okay.
And he goes, well, you're in the Sea Org, and we're the top 10% of the planet, so we don't take medicine. You're going to have to do our program, which is Dianetics and vitamins. And instead, I start having grand mal seizures, and it's awful.
Why would anyone want to join the Sea Org?
So if you're a Scientologist and you believe in L. Ron Hubbard's story, we here on Earth are basically living on a prison planet. If you believe in the story of the nature of existence and reality, nothing could be more important than dedicating the rest of your life to freeing all humankind from this prison planet. And that with enough Scientology auditing, you can not only regain all your past life memories, but gain the ability to skip the between lives implant station after the next time that you die. So that everything you do in Scientology, not only will you remember it next lifetime, but you'll retain all of the gains and abilities that you had. I believed in that in all of your previous lives, you've been a king a million times, you've been a queen a million times, you've been a president, you've been a CEO. Okay. The only thing you've never done is Scientology, because it's never existed before.
Do you know about the volcanoes and the Phaetons and Xenu at this point?
I never did any of the confidential Scientology levels. And
so the most absurd beliefs are paywalled.
They owe me $1 million.
How do you get to OT3? What's your first reaction learning about Xenu?
My first reaction was, you gotta be kidding me. I was sick and out on the ship. All of a sudden I realized 75 million years ago, this evil warlord named Xenu, you know, and I'm like, come on, this can't be. And then all of a sudden I think about it and I think, you know, doctors don't know what causes seizures. Maybe it is these BTs and clusters, which are part of the Xenu thing. OT5 is this exact same thing as OT3, except OT3, it's like these spirits are all over your body and you have to get rid of them. But OT5, they could be 5 feet away, across the room, they could be across the country, they could be on Mars. That's why people go insane.
And
how did you have time to meet a wife?
Oh, well, you're working with Sea Org members.
You're just like, you want to get married, or?
Yeah, really. It really is.
Because you guys don't have time to flirt or get to know each other. You're just like, you and me, you want to do this thing?
Walk around the block a few times during the 30 minutes for exercise.
What happens after you meet your husband and get married?
So they wouldn't allow us to get married for a long time because they were concerned that my parents would have to come to my wedding, and his uncle had like looked at some anti-Scientology site, so they wouldn't let us get married. So we actually had sex before we were married. So we were like in big trouble.
How did they find out?
He confessed. Well, because they were constantly interrogating us and him.
During the auditing sessions?
Yes, during the auditing sessions, yes. And also he thinks that he's like, that if he did something bad, that he's gonna ruin his eternity. They wound up like separating us. They like hid him away constantly. And when they tried to take him away, I basically like just went on this full out hunt looking for him, going to the other Scientology building, even like busting down doors. And basically they were telling him that if he talked to me, then he would never see his family again. Yeah, so they were having him be interrogated in the basement of the blue buildings in LA and being followed by a security guard all day. Finally, they would not tell me where he was. I actually was like having a mental breakdown at this point, just like all of the isolation, all of the control. I actually wound up hanging myself out a 5th-story building and was like, you need to bring him here or else I'll just let go. And so then they brought him to me. Basically, I knew that they cared about PR.
Oh, so you threatened to kill yourself in front of them if they didn't bring him back?
Yeah.
And do you think they brought him back because they cared about you, or?
No, they brought him back because I'm Jenna Miscavige and that would look horrible on them. That's literally all they care about. They didn't care about me. Yeah, so after we got through this whole crazy program interrogation, we wound up getting married. A couple people from his family were there, and then we went right back to work after it.
What drives you to leave the Sea Org?
Just the misery of feeling like you're constantly fighting a battle every day. I still believed in the mission of Scientology, but I was like, I'm already giving my all. I don't need to be giving my all and be made to feel like I'm a bad guy.
They wound up sending us on a mission to Australia to help them find a new building and to fundraise for it. To be honest, I think that they were sending us there to get rid of me because I was starting to revolt against things at this time. And so when we were in Australia, it was like the first time I was around people who weren't Scientologists. I was like, oh, they're normal and cool.
So I look on the topics, and one of them is by Mary Tabioyan, and it says, ladies, if you're thinking of joining the Sea Org, read this. And I open it up, and it's all about enforced abortion, which I didn't know they were doing. They don't tell anybody that.
Because of the commitment that it requires, you are not allowed to have children. If you get pregnant, you're pressured to have an abortion. And by the way, this has changed in recent years because of the legal problems that it creates.
I can imagine.
Your seniors, your coworkers, and the ethics officer will basically give you a bunch of stuff to study and say, what's the greatest good? It's the greatest good for you to get an abortion and continue to work in the Sea Org. When she got pregnant, I literally said, Heather's pregnant, we're not getting an abortion, and so we'll be needing to leave.
It was all really descriptive. So I just sat and cried for like 4 hours. I just couldn't stop crying. That was it. I just realized, wait a minute, this is the end of the line for me. I'm not going to support a group where they make women get abortions.
Well, when we were in Australia as well, I was actually able to be in contact with my parents.
Okay.
And they would tell me some things about like how that were being reported at the time, some things they witnessed about my uncle Dave beating people and treating them horribly, making them sleep under their desks.
So around 2009, a whole bunch of former Scientology executives who had been famous names in Scientology started speaking out in the press for the first time about how horrifically abusive it was working for David Miscavige at the International Management Base in Gilman Hot Springs, California. Now, for me as a good little Scientology soldier, that took everything I thought I knew and just turned it upside down. Okay. And I was like, I thought that no matter how terrible it was working in the Sea Org in LA or in Philly, that the closer you got to David Miscavige, the better it would be. And it turns out, the higher up you got and the closer you got to David Miscavige, the worse it got.
I mean, one day at work, my ex-husband got a call. They were like, can I speak to Dallas Hill? He got on the phone and they're like, yeah, I'm a good Samaritan. I have a police scanner and there's 2 people that are following you every day and have been for the last month.
Once someone is considered an enemy of Scientology, which means they are somehow speaking out to the press, to the public, speaking out in a way that causes bad PR, bad repute for Scientology. They are a suppressive person, which is the same thing as being labeled an enemy, and they are fair game, which means any Scientologist can do anything to ruin and utterly destroy those people without any consequences from the Scientology authorities.
They hired 3 people to write shit against me 24/7, 365 days a year. Besides the lies, you know, they broke into my house, they stole all my receipts that I had for money. You know, they brainwashed my husband, so he was against me.
There was one key Scientology executive who sent out an email to all Scientologists saying, L. Ron Hubbard good, Scientology great, David Miscavige bad, stop supporting him. That was a big deal in Scientology. My mom was sharing that email with important Scientologists, so she got kicked out. So then they come to me and they go, you got to disconnect from your mom or you're going to get kicked out. I said I would disconnect, but I didn't, and I lied about that for a couple years, and eventually due to Scientology's spying and snitching culture, they kept catching me in this lie. They realized I was never going to disconnect from my mom. So they go, okay, you're out. So then they go to my wife. I say I keep it short because it's always hard for me to discuss, but it's impossible. I'm still going to try to keep it short. Okay, so they go to my wife and they say, you have to divorce Aaron or you're out. And she goes, well, that's not going to happen. And they go, okay, you're out. So then they go to her parents and they say, you have to disconnect from Heather and your 3 granddaughters or you guys are going to get kicked out. Heather's parents have 3 other kids who are all either Scientologists or connected to Scientologists or married to Scientologists. And so her parents disconnect from her and our kids, and they basically never saw them again, even though they lived just a few miles down the road. And then Heather's father died. And just to show you how insidious it gets, and honestly, this helps explain why I'm so dedicated to doing everything I can to take down Scientology and why I upload as often as I do. Her father owned a bunch of properties. 2 of the properties that he owned were right across the street from where we were living. I mean, at this point, our kids were like, I don't know, 2, 4, and 6. Were they 5, 7, and 9? They were young. So whenever we would see them across the street doing maintenance, we would tell our kids to go over and say hi. And their grandparents would run away from them and run inside the house. But the kids just thought it was a game or whatever, and sometimes the kids would catch them and sometimes they wouldn't. So eventually, Heather's parents had to report themselves to Scientology for talking to the kids. And Scientology said, well, is this going to continue to be a problem? And Scientology made them sell the properties just so that our grandkids couldn't see them anymore. And that is why I call Scientology a family-destroying human trafficking cult. Clearwater is the last place that Scientology is going to give up ground or sell property.
Aaron, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Let's go see if I can sneak in.
Okay.
Before we infiltrate Scientology's headquarters in Clearwater, Florida, I want to ask the local non-Scientologist residents who live here their thoughts about Scientology buying up a significant portion of downtown, turning it into a ghost town infested with brainwashed Scientologists. Can I join Scientology? Can I join, please? Please, 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 no! Right there, another one. You can see them in the suits. What are your thoughts on Scientology? Case in point. The vibes here were creepy. Don't let me stress you out, it's no worries. See you later. I don't even know what to make of these people anymore. So I want to establish how empty this is. It's 3 o'clock right now, to be fair, but take a look. There's not a ton going on. Like, this is a ghost city. What am I, in North Korea? Am I in Pyongyang right now? Where are the people? To be the Clearwater building restored 1995 by the Church of Scientology. And back there I saw Scientologists enter the building. Camera, 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 camera. 5 cameras on this one street. Right in this car, we have 2 Scientology members. Right there, you have the vest on.
I think they've taken over the city too much. It's a cult.
Nope, they suck.
How long have you noticed them here?
Oh, they've been here for years. They own that building. They own most of the buildings around here. In fact, Tom Cruise is supposed to have a penthouse up there. They can suck it.
They own too much.
Too much?
Yeah. I didn't realize how much they actually owned.
Okay.
So they actually own more than what I thought.
I suppose we're just like most of Clearwater.
Afraid they're gonna take over, buy up real estate?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they already have.
Are locals concerned to speak out and let the...
So.
It's not a religion, that's a cult. That is
Keep
total
going.
cult.
Yeah.
Total cult. They don't belong here. I hate them.
Okay.
I can't stand them.
And what is their relationship with people who live here like you?
I really don't have any relationship with them.
Okay.
You know, I mean, they don't bother me. I think as long as they're pulling their share and paying taxes and doing, you know, but I do think that maybe they own a little bit too much property.
Do you have any thoughts on Scientology here in Clearwater? Are you a member?
I've got plenty, but I have probably stronger thoughts on people attacking you without permission with a camera on your face.
Well,
please delete that video.
Do you have any thoughts you'd like to share? We can blur your face.
I want the card from your camera.
What's up?
The card out of your camera.
We're not gonna give you the card, but we will walk away and we will delete it.
It's you.
No.
Can I have your ID?
No. Thank you though. Have a good one. Any thoughts on Scientology? No? Honestly, Scientology's got a grasp on the public vocal cords out here. I'm trying to collect the public's opinion on Scientology and here in downtown Clearwater. Do you have any thoughts you'd like to share?
No opinion.
No opinion? All right. Thank you. Truly a tough scene out here. Do you have any opinions on Scientology you'd like to share for a video survey?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Oh man, good old Florida. Our guy here is probably gonna shoot us, so we're gonna go this way. I wonder if he is Scientology. I highly doubt it due to his initial response, and then he got a little spooked. He said he wanted the SD card to be pulled out and deleted. Not that deep. How are they here?
Maybe trauma.
They're not nice to the locals.
I would never care if someone else did that.
If it was your way, would you prefer they all leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
Hey, would you like to see more Scientologists here? Okay.
I'd love for them to go. They're taking up too much property. They don't share their 990s, which give us financial information to know how they're using it and where and why.
Yeah.
They don't even let their adherents understand how much money they have and why they're buying up so much property. So Less is more.
And how much influence do you think they hold here in Clearwater?
Way too much influence, but they're protected because they're designated by the government as a religious nonprofit. There's nothing religious about what they do other than the fact that they're a cult. It's going to take higher ups than you or me to make sure something changes. But I love what you're doing.
Thank you for having the courage to speak up. Thank you, appreciate it. There are Scientologists behind me. We're trying to get perspective from non-Scientologists here in Clearwater.
I'm a Scientologist.
You are? Okay, what are your thoughts on Scientology?
I love it.
Love it? How long have you been a Scientologist?
I'm a Muslim actually, but I like Scientology that much.
How much?
I first heard of Scientology, I liked it.
You liked it? Here in Clearwater?
No, in Illinois.
In Illinois? Did you just get done with the shift?
No.
No? What are you up to today?
Just walking around, going back to the library.
Okay. Would you prefer there are more Scientologists here in Clearwater?
Probably, but from what I can tell.
Yeah. What OT level are you?
What's OT?
That's your rank.
I told you I'm a Muslim. I just like Scientology.
I see. Do you know about Xenu?
No. No, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
You're welcome.
I'm puzzled. Do you think they are good or bad here for Clearwater? I swear to God, I'm in a Twilight episode right now. How long have you been in Scientology, miss? Bro, I swear, I'm just in Cult City, I guess. While most of the non-Scientologists here seemed a bit too spooked to voice their opinion on the growing influence of Scientology in their town, I decided to go undercover as a Scientologist to see if I could get inside their headquarters, while Aaron and Jenna protested from the outside.
Know of any SEER members who are looking for blow? Can you ask them to contact the SPTV Foundation? We can help get them back to their families, back to their country if they're here illegally. We can get them a job, get them a place to live, get them transportation. I'd appreciate it. I mean, you know how it is. I used to be in the Sea Org. I know how it is. God bless and be strong. Sir, if you find any Sea Org members who are looking to blow, can you have them contact the SPTV Foundation? Thanks. Help us spread the word.
My hope was that the Scientologists would see me getting harassed and hurriedly let me inside the building.
Hey, sir, I'll tell you what. If you or any other Sea Org members are looking to blow, can you have them contact the SPTV Foundation? We can help you get back to your family. We can help you reconnect with people you've been disconnected from. We can help you get a job, get a place to live, get transportation. Help us spread the word. It's contact at the SPTV Foundation. We can help you escape whenever you want. Help us spread the word, okay? Thank you. We appreciate it, sir. Have a good day.
But they weren't as stupid as I thought they were, leaving me no other choice but to find a different entrance into the compound.
Anyway, spread the word. It's the SPTV Foundation. Be strong in there. I hear the wedges are all in lower positions. Hold on to your wallet. Huh, they let that one in. They let that one in. Wow. Sir, we can get you out. We can get you out. You can see your family.
Right door. Right door. Right door.
After being locked out of countless doors from my own cult's building, I found a secret entrance.
You're trespassing. Get off the property.
I'm a member.
No, you're not. Get off
Yes,
the property.
I am.
No, you're not. Off
Yes,
the
I am a
property.
member.
Get off the property.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
What authority do you have? I am a member. 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 I'm on my way out.
Get out of the building.
COB sent me.
Get out of the building.
Do you know who you're speaking to?
Get out of the building.
Do you know who you're speaking to?
Get out of the building.
You're gonna regret this.
Second floor, east side. Send him down the stairs.
You're gonna regret this. You don't know who you're talking to.
Was that a threat?
Excuse me?
Was that a threat?
What a threat.
They're gonna regret it. Get out of the building. You're trespassing.
You're gonna regret this. That's not a threat. That's a promise. Where's the public sidewalk?
Good.
Where's the property line? What's your name, boy? What's your name, boy? COB sent me. You're gonna regret this.
Hey, you're not welcome here. You're trespassing. You're not welcome here. Trespassing. Still where you are. We're calling the police.
You should. He said, get back to work. They couldn't even keep their parking garage secure. Classic gooners. And then I saw this Scientologist open a side door that looked perfect for infiltration.
COB sent me.
I'm sorry?
COB sent me.
You go this way.
But real quick,
Don't wait with me, you Sully saying.
there are some things so insane YouTube won't let us upload.
Jesus! No more scary!
Fit it up. Show them that pussy.
Is this legal? But luckily, you can watch it all on patreon.com/Tyler Oliveira and get early access to these videos for $5 a month. And you can watch the uncut extended version of these interviews and me infiltrating Scientology's Church of Spiritual Technology that I'll be sneaking into later in this video.
Huh?
Close the door.
Who are you?
You can head that way.
Yeah?
You're actually trespassing right now.
Am I?
Yeah.
You have credentials?
Yeah.
COB sent me.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll be docked. It's docked after your score. COB sent me. You failed the security test. You absolutely failed that security test. Enjoy the gulag, my friend. Who took the locks off these doors? Did you guys forget to lock them? He failed the security test. That's for damn sure. You are donezo in Scientology, my friend. Failed the audit. That is for sure.
Yeah, go ahead. You're trespassing the second you walk in here. Do you understand that? Get the fuck out.
Whoa. Grandpa. I will. Am I in public? Yeah, you want to go to jail? Or should you buy up the police? I see the liver failure in your face, you sick old man.
Let's call the police.
You should. I'm walking on the sidewalk here. I'm walking here, 60 photos a second.
We're trespassing.
Yeah? You look like a demon. It's a spawn of Satan right here.
Hey, Ron, my boy.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Who are you? Who are you?
Why don't you come on in?
Come on in where? Come on in where?
Right here. You're trespassing.
I'm trespassing?
Come on.
Sir, I think you have leprosy. Your face is falling off.
We need to get you medical attention.
I think you're in urgent need of medical care, sir. Have you been to a doctor lately?
You think so, huh?
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Were you in the Game of Thrones?
All jokes aside, you do need medical treatment immediately. Looks demonic.
Sir, Scientology, I thought we were supposed to be able to help you with that. Are you an OT8? Sir, too much CalMag, sir. That's what happened.
Get him some vitamins.
CalMag makes your skin fall off your face, buddy. This man is in urgent need of medical care. Please call an ambulance. His face is about to fall off.
But they weren't as coordinated as I thought. I somehow managed to sneak onto their official shuttle buses.
Huh? Excuse me? I'm on assignment with COB.
Well, that's what security says.
She doesn't know. I'm letting you know if she tells me to get off, you're gonna fail this assignment. For your own sake, I would highly suggest you disregard what she just said.
No, I will listen to what she says.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm listening.
Even if you fail the assignment?
Yes, I will listen to what she says. Leave the bus, please.
Okay. Goodbye, sir.
Get off the bus.
I was in the process. He let me on the
Close the
bus.
door.
He let me on the bus. I'm not an intruder. COB sent me.
And soon enough, the police swarmed the area on behalf of Scientology.
Am I being detained?
Right now, you're just being issued a trespass from 210 South Fort Harrison. As long as you're on the sidewalk, you're good to go.
Amazing. Are you guys members?
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Just a happy member of Scientology. What are your thoughts on Scientology?
You know that's not my job to have any kind of opinion on that.
Good answer.
Okay.
Fair enough. I'll give you a fist bump. Thanks again. This guy's legit. Is this the complainant? Is this the complainant?
Yes.
Oh, he's honking at me in the middle of the street trying to hit me, it looks like. How you guys doing? Are we good?
This is private property. 215 South Fort Harrison and 210 South Fort Harrison is private property. So if you come back again, we're going to call the police so you get arrested.
I don't speak English. Can you say it in Spanish?
He can translate for you in Spanish if you'd like.
I'll spare you. I'll spare you. Have a good day, guys. Did they run the show?
I have no idea. I'm not with the church.
Do you guys do off-duty with the church?
Do we do off-duty?
Yeah.
We have off-duties with them.
No conflict of interest?
That's what the city does, so that's not part of what my job is, with how they decide who gets off duties. That's a private contract. So, do you understand everything that they said?
Mostly.
He can translate it in Spanish if you need to.
Sure, I'll take it.
Okay. So estás siendo traspasado de 210 y 215 South Fort Harrison. ¿Entendido?
Yo entiendo. Gracias, señor.
De nada.
Adios. Which property is this?
You're trespassing.
I thought I got trespassed over there, though.
You understand private property is?
I thought I got trespassed over there.
You're trespassing here, too.
Really?
That's right.
I don't think that's true, though.
I don't care what you think.
Oh, damn, that's badass. Why do you wear a mask?
Tyler, what did you come out here for? You think this is going to be good content?
You tell me.
I don't know, Tyler.
What's your first name?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, you're right. Because you've allowed yourself to become a mindless robot. How many lives have you lived? I bet you were a pedophile in a past life. Maybe. Why are your hands shaking? Goodbye. Hello. Is this a bank?
Sir?
Yes.
There's a sign right there.
Yes.
So please put your camera down.
It's open to the public though, no? Is this a bank?
Sir.
What is this?
You're trespassing, sir, with private property.
But I'm a member.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You know my name?
I do.
Good to meet you. Can I just get your quick CPO map, home and security guard? Well, I was trespassed from those two buildings, though.
Okay. So, this is private property and I'm telling you to leave.
Okay, real quick. I'm leaving.
Sir, you're trespassing. You need to leave.
They are trespassing me again. I'm on my way out. As I walk, he knew my name. God bless Scientology. Don't fucking touch me. Yeah, don't touch me. You need to leave. Glad you have a mask because I don't want any of that shit on me. I'm almost. That's right. Man, shut your mouth. Where are you going, secret agent? Where did you come from? You spawned out of thin air. Are you gonna go recruit some more children to your cult? What are your objectives today, young man? Free yourself from the prison you've allowed yourself to become a part of. Yo, he has a secret path. Do you own this property? Where are you going? Where's he going?
After documenting the scale of Scientology's presence in downtown Clearwater, I still had one question for Jenna. Where is Shelly Miscavige, her aunt and the wife of David Miscavige, the leader of Scientology?
The truth is that initially Shelly is a victim. She was in Scientology as a child, grew up in Scientology, but she married my uncle before he became the leader of Scientology, and since he's been the leader of Scientology, she has been his right-hand woman, involved in every single thing that he has done, whether it's the Lisa McPherson case, whether it's the treatment of me as a child. I believe that they had a falling out, but Leah Remini saw her in 2005 and reported her missing, I believe 8 years later. So Leah Remini isn't somebody who would have seen Shelly on a daily basis.
Shelly is alive?
I know she is. I can't give up my sources, but she not only has been seen, but is seen regularly by people who I very much trust in Crestline, California, working at the Scientology base. Shelly wants to be there. She is in a cult. Everyone probably who's an abuser was at one point a victim.
Sure.
But she is an adult who separated me from my family. She knows everything that he knows. She's a part of everything that he was a part of. And so, yeah, she's not a victim in the same way that we've been thinking, that people think of her as.
So I pulled up to Twin Peaks, California myself to see if I could infiltrate the Church of Spiritual Technology, a fortress designed to protect L. Ron Hubbard's teachings in titanium capsules and underground vaults built to withstand the nuclear apocalypse. Could I become the first person to infiltrate and document the inside of this fortress? And was Shelly Miscavige being held as a prisoner here?
I am running off of 4 hours of sleep the last 3 days. Let's go in, see if we can make some magic happen. Maybe we find Shelly.
My plan was simple. Sneak in from the forest, jump the fence, and hopefully find the nuclear bunker, Scientologists working in the area, record as much as possible, and escape without being detected. And luckily for me, I found this sky bridge connecting one part of the compound to the other.
CST is a secretive Scientology organization whose role is to store L. Ron Hubbard's works in almost imperishable form in underground nuclear-proof vaults.
I had made it onto the sky bridge.
It has Shelly Miscavige's cottage tag here.
I was in.
So the cottage where Shelly is just beyond this wall and this walkway. Okay.
But I was not alone here. And then I saw my first Scientologist in the area. After thinking quick and hiding, I narrowly avoided being caught and then noticed some luxury log cabins in the area. But who was living here?
Here is where it is believed Shelley to be living. Now, one of the buildings on this property is the secret entrance to the underground vault that exists on this property.
But where was it? Why was there a kid's trampoline outside one of these homes? The light was on, but who called this house home?
Any Scientologist would actually get in trouble for watching what you guys watched. Any Scientologist would even get in trouble if in an auditing session or in an ethics interview they admitted to having looked up the location of this base and having spent time touring it on Google Earth or on the YouTube drone footage. It really is incredible to believe that Scientology controls its members, thoughts, behaviors, and actions in that way.
As I hid behind the trees, I noticed a Scientologist keeping guard in the distance and was convinced her and I made direct eye contact. So I decided to preserve the footage I had and run for my life. Narrowly escaping what may be Shelley's prison, you might be wondering how you too can help destroy Scientology.
The best way to stop Scientology from growing is just to stop new people from getting in.
You've got to let the kids know they are the #1 target for Scientology. They are after young people because young people are more impressionable, they're easier to manipulate, and also people who speak 2 languages because they're really after Latinos, Latinas, anyone.
Targeting those Hispanics.
People need to be able to get justice for actual crimes that were committed against them. And the way to affect that change really is to raise public awareness.
And you can go watch the full-length infiltration of Twin Peaks on my Patreon at patreon.com/Tyler Oliveira. Thanks again to everyone involved in this video. Link in description, go show them some love.